Hey guys, GHAZZY TV here with another Path of Exile video leading into 3.22 Trial of the Ancestor. This video, we're going to cover my League Starter build. I am, despite my comments on how bad the Guardian Ascendancy actually is, it turned out that despite all of the negativity towards it, Mage Skeletons is actually better with it. But there's something really crazy that's happening with the Guardian Ascendancy because of it being functional for Mage Skeletons, and that is the fact that we're stepping away from Mistress of Sacrifice. This is how we cover our defensive layers through the use of Bone Offering. This is now covered by attacking and casting a spell through Bastion of Hope, which is really, really good. This also goes to our minions. This allows us to go away from Bone Offering and into the Spirit Offering. Now, the problem is that some time ago, GGG said that they are now going to be fully supporting minions. And what that meant was giving us this little cluster here. At the same time, in the very same patch notes, they also gutted crit for minions, so we could no longer get to 100% chance to crit very reliably with minions. And what that meant was that the classical minion helmet basically just died. It disappeared into the void, and instead we looked into scaling minions in other ways. Now with going back to the Guardian, on one build that was better on the Guardian than the Necromancer was the Mage Skeletons. And that allowed us to use Spirit Offering, which allows us to scale crit, which in hand allows us to go back to the actual helmet. So I will be league starting this very character. This is the high budget version of what I'll be pushing. And I will be crafting probably community crafting, but I'll be crafting a mirror wand. But most importantly, I am yet again going to craft a mirror helmet. And this helmet will also work for the Zoomancer, which is incredible at the higher budgets. So both the one and the helmet that I'll be crafting will work for 2 builds. And as you can see, the DPS is 109 million. This is inflated because this is actually with the Vol Summon Skeleton. So I'm afraid you're going to have to settle with only doing 66.5 million Shaper DPS and being immortal according to PUB. This is also not true. This will be very tanky and resilient in map that you're playing. But it's not going to be able to take very large hits of damage, so you're not going to sit and tank in-game bosses. This build is going to be pretty crazy, and I'm very much looking forward to it. This is the high-budget version that I'll be playing, or the mirror tier version. In a high-budget style, however, the DPS is about 39 million, and that is with the Vol Summon Skeleton. Taking that away, we're doing 24 million. Now, what's really important to point out here is that in this state of the character, it would be giving you more damage if you use a 6-link on your actual Fleshcrafter rather than something like a cheaper initial budget helmet. The reason we are not doing this is very, very straightforward. And that is because the problem with 6-linking on a Fleshcrafter is that you're going to have a bit of troubles with your mana cost and the mana pool that you have to summon your minions. You have to wait before you have enough mana to cast it again. Now, there's a solution to that by removing precision from your skills or your auras and changing that for a low level clarity to help your mana. There are a couple of other things you can do with gear, mana regen, change a little bit on the tree, all of which will replace damage for that quality of life. But by having the helmet, you are able to get an enlightened support into your 5-link Fleshcrafter rather than a 6-link, which will allow you to have a much more comfortable playstyle by sacrificing a little bit of damage in this state of this character. But again, you'll be able to get more damage if you have a 6-link Fleshcrafter. I would still not do that and go into the helmet, because once you upgrade from that into high budget, you're gonna want to have that setup because your next upgrade will be a bigger helmet. And as soon as your helmet gets that one more modifier or a little bit better tier on the mods on the modifiers on the helmet, your damage will be way above what you can achieve with the Fleshcrafter 6-link. That's why I'm going to be doing this. And we're going to go back and check the low budget version of Mage Skeletons, which looks like this. The low budget Mage Skeleton is one of the worst performing minion builds in the low budget state, because most other minion builds are looking at 2.5 million Shaper DPS in a similar budget, whereas the Mage Skeletons for low budget is only looking at 1.8. It's actually averaging around 1.7 when you're looking at the split between fire and lightning projectiles, and that is still a respectable number to go for. And what you want to do is push out immediately in towards the helmet. Gear progression video is in my YouTube channel. I would start with a Tabula Rasa and try to get a 5-link Fleshcrafter and move to that as soon as I can. And then I would probably just not go for 6-link Fleshcrafter. I would stay on a 5-link and just get enough currency to get a helmet to take that big leap into that state. So that's how I'm going to play it. And it is surprisingly going to be a Guardian, and I'm very much looking forward to trying this out. The build should be very tanky thanks to the Radiant Crusade, even though that's going to be a bit annoying. I don't think I'm going to bother using it much in the higher budget. But it's a crazy cool build, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I made a video earlier this week where I talk about the Mage Skeleton update, in which we had a couple of things were incorrect because we posted the video before we had the information that the auras from the Unwavering Crusade is actually equivalent to somewhere around level 28, 29 in some cases with the auras, instead of the level 20 we assumed. So a couple of details with this, but obviously the link to the written guide in the description is down below. Is going to be updated soon after the time of this recording, so probably already done as soon as this lands on YouTube. But this will be my League starter. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm also very hyped about actually going back into crafting mirror items. It's been a while since I did it. And yeah, this is going to be the build I'll play. There are quite a few things you can do with this PUB to make it even better. But again, all of the PUB links will be in the written guide linked in the description below. Do check that out. Let me know what you guys are League starting in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content. And I will, of course, as always, catch you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe. Keep rocking.